Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about whether or not they should fire the U.S. Women's Olympic Basketball Committee. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do. Rob, a little bit of history, just really quickly. We know that Becky Hammon did not get on the Olympic team, even though she was runner-up in the MVP the year before, because supposedly Ann Donovan didn't like her, so she ended up playing for Russia. Then, of course, Candace Parker famously in 2016, after she had played on the Olympic teams the previous two times, because Gino didn't want her on the team because he hated her. So she didn't get on. She was still one of the top 5 or 6 players in the league. So that was a big snub. Not a very popular choice to do that either. People were pretty upset about it. Then we know Nanike, she was not on the team in 2021, and we don't even know why she was snubbed, Rob. All we know is she was one of the top players and played well internationally for them the year before. And then Arike, this Olympics, she withdrew because she knew she wasn't going to get it because of politics, and also Caitlin. So we had 2 people this time, and we've had that's 5 people now that a committee is snubbed for reasons that were political and not for good reasons. And so my question is, Rob, if that's the way they're doing, if that's what they're doing, and this committee did it to 2 people, not just 1.
Right.
And you could argue maybe Nanike still should be a contender for that, but she got it. So, Rob, if they're doing their job poorly, isn't that why you're supposed to be fired?
Yeah, I mean they're definitely not doing a good job as far as picking. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think they have a spinning wheel. Maybe they just how they pick the players, but I don't think they're picking. I mean, the best players that should represent the United States. It's very poor as far as their politics and who's in there, and they're almost arrogant to where even though it's an obvious pick for Caitlin Clark, you're doing it because, well, we don't want to upset certain people. That has nothing to do with the Olympic committee. You're trying to win the gold medal. What does that have to do with picking one of the best players?
Right, Rob. They have no point guard right now. Their only point guard is hobbling almost. And the other women on the team are all shooting guards, and maybe they could play point, but they're not really good at it. And so I think, Rob, before we said, okay, we're not going to watch, right? And I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch any of their games, even the gold medal game. And then I said, well, I'm not going to root for them either. Now I'm willing to say on camera, Rob, I'm going to root against them. And they need to learn a lesson, the committee. And I believe some of the women on the team had a factor in whether Arike and Caitlin Clark were on the team or not.
Well,
so
I'm
sorry,
go ahead,
Rob.
But that was my reasoning. I mean, that was one of my questions. I go, yes, the Olympic committee screwed up, but I mean, now I agree. I don't want to watch them because of that. That's to me, me not watching them is their penalty. But I can't really get some of the players. They have nothing. I mean, I feel maybe some of them did, but it still was up to the Olympic committee to make the final decision. I don't think the players had that much influence more than the advertisers or the Olympic committee. To not root against those players, which I like all the players that are on the Olympic team. I like all of them. So
you like all of them. I don't like some of them for sure. I tell you, I don't like Brianna Stewart. I don't like Asia Wilson, and I don't like Dana Taurasi. So I don't like them. I don't have a problem with the end of the 9 players. But Rob, here's the reason I'm rooting against them is they have to be taught a lesson, and the only way for them to be taught a lesson is for them to lose and to fire the Olympic committee. So then 4 years from now, you don't get the same political crap that you're getting right now. If they go ahead and win, well, we didn't do anything wrong. We won the gold medal. That was our goal. That was a job that was assigned to us to pick a team to win a gold medal, which is not a hard assignment, Rob. They've won 7 in a row. Okay. So that's my reasoning for rooting against them now, Rob.
Okay. But like you said, so you're rooting against them. You know they're going to win. I mean, the chances there's a chance they can lose, not win the gold medal, but the chances are slim to none with this team, even the ones that they have on.
No, it's single elimination. I think their chance are 10%. They lose.
Yeah. Yeah, but I still put my money on the women's American team. But I mean, they're gonna. I mean, so even rooting against them, they're still gonna win. And then what does that? You're not really punishing them.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not if I'm
yeah,
punishing or
but
not.
I mean, that's what's great.
I want to change, Rob, and the only one we're going to change is for them to lose, because otherwise they're the same committee 4 years from now.
Like I said, yeah. So with them winning, like you said, if they win, even though you're rooting against them, they're going to win any good way, and they're going to go ha ha. You know,
who cares? They don't know. They don't know me. I don't care.
How do you? I think they got your number. I gave them your number.
They don't know. They don't know me. And no, I'm not. I'm not going to go out and shout it on the street and everything. I'm just saying. I hope they lose, because that's the only way they learn a lesson from this, Rob. You can't keep snubbing people and getting away with it. It's like you steal something from a store and you never get caught. You're going to keep stealing. That's what they're doing. They're stealing spots on the Olympic team from women.
Yeah, that should be in there.
You don't see this in the men's to this degree. To this degree. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in the men's, but they're doing it for political reasons. Men try to choose the right team because they need players to fill certain roles. The women seem to be doing it for different reasons, Rob.
Well, they're doing it out of spite, and they're doing it with emotional, and they're doing it like we talked about, maybe a conspiracy which not into, that this person is not from a certain team, college team, and that's why she shouldn't be in there. So,
well, Rob, the other thing is Cheryl Reeves is the most disgusting woman in sports, and she's considered their best coach, but I don't want her there 4 years from now. Well, if she wins the gold, she might be there again 4 years from now. I want her gone. She's not on the committee, but she influenced Caitlin Clark not being on there. She probably influenced Enrique not being on the team.
Yeah, I mean,
Gino did it to keep Candace Parker off. He wasn't on the committee, but he was the head coach.
I mean, Diana going for 6 gold medals, that should be a moot point. It should be, as we saw in the All-Star game, all those fantastic players, not just Clark. There's a lot. Look at the future. So now, like, they're coming to the game, and they're all banged up. All these older people are all banged up. She's 42. They're banged up. So they have. I mean, what was your? Why wouldn't you want to have some youth in there, give them experience? So now they got to sit back. Oh, you got to wait 4 years. It's not your time yet. And then by the time it's their time, they're gonna be old. I mean, yeah. So yeah, get rid of the whole Olympic committee. They're a bunch of idiots.
Well, it's not going to happen if they win the gold, is what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Jen Rizzo's the head of the committee, and she's a UConn grad. Donna Taurasi's on the team, and she shouldn't be on the team. You don't think there's a coincidence there?
Yeah.
So that's right there is enough to send her off the committee for me, as far as I'm concerned. Dawn Staley obviously doesn't like Caitlin Clark. She does not belong in that committee. Just the reasonings was so silly. But the whole committee needs to be sent packing, Rob. And the only way to do that is for them to lose. Because if they win, they go, see, we chose the right team, which is silly because they were so much better than everybody else. You know, they could do a poor job of doing it and they could still win. But Rob, it might be their chances of losing might be more than 10%. They've got to win 3 single elimination games in a row. The chance of losing each game may be 10%. Multiply that by 3, it's it's more than 10%. So who knows? Maybe
you're rooting against their team. That's kind of un-American, don't you think? That you're supposed to be rooting for your home country. How can you be rooting against your home country, Mark?
Because I'm making an exception, Rob. It's the first time in my life I'm rooting against them. And I'm sorry, I got principles. The only way to get the principles instigated again in the WNBA is for that committee to get fired. They won't get fired if they win the gold medal. Maybe they will, but I doubt it. But if they lose, Coach Reeves will look silly and the committee will look silly. And especially if Diana Taurasi plays poorly and things like that. And that's most of the other players, I don't really have a problem for them being on the team. Talent-wise.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's 3 players on the team that you don't like, and then the rest you like. So I said I like all of them, only because I just like. They haven't done anything to me. So how can I dislike them? I mean, they may have said things about Caitlin Clark, which I don't approve of, but I can't dislike. Okay, well, I'm going to just dislike. I don't like you because of that. I mean, I don't like them for that reason of them picking that one on on somebody who does nothing. I have principles too. You don't pick on somebody who's done nothing wrong to you. All Caitlin Clark did was come into the league and play
Well, that's a good enough
basketball,
reason
and
not to
she's helped
dislike
them.
someone, as far as I'm concerned, Rob. When
Uh,
you're a person that hates somebody or dislikes somebody just because of jealous and envious, and then you do something to punish them for that,
Mhm.
that shows to me that you're not a good person. So I can't like people who aren't good people. It shows me they don't have morals.
Okay.
And that's what I'm standing by that. You know, every other team and person in the United States, all throughout my whole life, I've rooted for in the Olympics. I am not rooting for them. I'm rooting for them to lose, because that's the only way you clean up this cesspool of a mess in the U.S. Olympic Committee.
All right.
All right. Let me know what you think. You think I'm being too hard? Okay, fine. Let me know why. You can root for him. I'm not stopping anyone else from rooting for him. It's just me. We can talk about it tonight on the live show from
Yeah,
6
that'd
to
be
8.
perfect.
Rob will be there, so it'll be
Yes.
exciting. We do that every Monday except for major holidays. And the next 2 Mondays, we don't do it because we'll be doing live for the Olympics from 2 to 5. And I already saw 2 games were during that time period. I am not covering those games. Neither is Rob.
No, I'm not going to watch it.
Because he doesn't want to, not because it's my choice. And that's prime time in Paris, and that's when the marquee events are. So if you want to like this video, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please do so. We're going to give you honest, objective opinions. And if you want to donate to this channel, we got super chats, and we also now have a link for PayPal down below. All right, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Peace out.